Hello and welcome, you join me ADG, and here we are for round 4 of the Tanso Manufacturers Group 3 Championship, and this time round we're at Mount Panorama Motor Racing Circuit in Australia, otherwise known as Bathurst, and it's a good old track but a tricky old track. So this is the final round. It's only a 4-round championship, this one. So this will decide the manufacturer to be crowned the winner for the season. And yeah, we'll quickly go through the grid order. Quick apology from myself. I ended up getting a little bit. I'm not taking I'm getting a bit off my game, I'll be honest. I'm not taking my commentary responsibilities very seriously at the moment. I ended up getting a little bit drunk. And when it actually came around to roughly 8:30, 9 o'clock, I messaged Cutler to say I'm feeling a bit worse for wear, so I better not. So yeah, that's a little apology in there for not streaming last night, and the slap on the wrist for myself, I assure you of that. Anyway, we'll quickly go through the qualifying order. So there was a 20-minute qualifying session, 15 if I'm wrong, to determine this qualifying grid that we are about to go through. So we have CRT Carrington 83 in first place, Britsberger in second. Let's go through the cars as well. In fact, let's go for everything. So Carrington is in first place in the Jaguar. On the soft tyre is picked for the opening stint. Britsberger, TRG Britsberger that is, in second place in the Mercedes, and he's on the super soft front and back. We've got in third place Obi-Wan in the Mercedes as well. Very strong, these Mercedes, throughout the season so far. He's got softs on the front and super softs on the rear. Then Cutler, a similar position to what we've seen him on in quite a few qualifying sessions now. TRG Cutler in fourth in the Honda NSX, also just on the soft tyre all round. Phil Babbage in fifth, love saying his name, I don't know why, in the GTR with softs all round as well. P1 Apache UK is in the McLaren as normal with softs all round, no supers. CRT E-Man is in 7th in the Mazda with softs on the front, super softs on the rear, so obviously not struggling with the rear tyre wear quite as much as the front, and that's why he's gone for that combination. 8th is TRG Rick to continue in the McLaren, also with softs all round. TRG Scrabber, sorry, is in the Honda NSX, softs all round in 9th position. Jamin is in 10th with the Mazda, with softs on the rear and super softs say that again, softs at the front and super softs at the rear. Same as the same as, I don't know why I wanted to say that wrong, same as his teammate Rick. Great start this. Next gen Danzo is in 11th in the Jaguar, and he's on the softs all round as well. And then we've got the Doc Coupe 11 is in 12th with softs all round, taking it up the rear in the final position in 12th in the Nissan GTR. So we will quickly jump forward back to the start. There is a bit of a bonus to doing it as a replay rather than a stream. I can go back and analyse any incidents that I'm not sure what happened, or I didn't catch it quite well enough to commentate on. I can go back and check it out. So we might have a bit of that along the way. But yeah, for now, let's get this one underway. Hopefully you enjoy. So Carrington looking for a good start in the Jaguar. Not bad at starting the Jaguar, but the Mercedes is strong as well. Side of him, Britsberger in second. Oh, the Jaguar getting a great start though compared to the Mercedes. Launches off the line. Cutler similar to behind in the Honda NSX. Can't quite beat Britsberger into T1 though, so it comes out in third. Does Cutler, but getting a position already. Obi-Wan dropping a position from third into fourth. And away we go. Phil Babbage side by side with Apache. Oh, sorry, no, it's Apache and E-Man, sorry. Apache holding the inside line. Oh, E-Man getting mugged by Danzo. Danzo down the inside. Good opportunistic move there from Danzo in the Jaguar. Gets himself up into 7th as well. McLaren in the background there. Rick just tapping the wall, coming into the cutting, heading up the mountain for the first time now. Tricky old track is Bathurst, but what a track it is. So rewarding to drive. It's really good fun. I love it actually. It's a really good track, especially coming over the top here. Flat out in these Group 3 cars. Little lift here and there maybe to get the car settled down, but more or less flat out all the way. Oh, and we've got the Apache diving down the inside. Good move as they just got the run out of the corner there on Tanso and managed to get the move done before they came over the skyline. Oh, and then it just gets a bit messy down into the dipper. So let's go back on board with Tanso here. And in fact, we'll go back on board with Phil Babbage because he's right on the back of Cutler. But it looks like there's a bit of an incident going over the skyline and into the dipper. Let's watch this now. At this point, it looks like Phil might get it a bit wrong on the brakes. Cutler in front in fourth. Obi-Wan's got third back. Oh yeah, just went deep. Just took the wrong line really. Phil trying to carry on, but obviously going through the dipper side by side with someone else that's trying to get through is not ever going to work. So losing out there was Apache dropping back. Oh no, Apache having a moment as well coming out of Forest Elbow. This is not a great start, I've got to be honest. I'm going to actually go back and analyse this first lap again. I didn't realise, obviously not watching it last night, there's a lot of action going on here. I can't really do it justice. The guys at the front, I have Obi-Wan to question because they did get ahead of Cutler. Let's go back. I hope you don't mind this bit of a different replay, but I'll try and put some context on this race since I missed it. So Carrington, as we saw, gets a great start, launches it off the line about as best you can. There we go. And Cutler does the same behind him in the NSX. Actually gets nearly side by side with Britsberger into T1. So we're looking at what happened to Cutler here. So Cutler was in third, dropped to fourth. Not sure exactly how. If you look behind as well, Obi-Wan's got quite a gap as he tries to get through Hell Corner, the first corner at Bathurst here, but drops a gap to Cutler in front because of that. And then behind, we'll give a bit of context to this as well. So we've got side by side action. We saw this already, but good stuff. And then a bit further back here, it's all single file. So we'll cut back up to Cutler and see what went on here. Oh, so it's already happened, so we've already missed it. So Cutler makes a mistake into here by the look of it. Must do. Yeah, just goes deep, misses the turning point. Just went deep on the brakes. That's how Obi-Wan got through. So there's no major move, just Cutler making a bit of a whoopsie and going deep into the... it's the only corner I can never remember the name of on this track. Yeah, into whatever it's called. The second corner. That's what it can be called for me. But anyway, we'll go back and see what else is going on a little bit further back. So we have Tanso getting past. Apache loses out here, so let's keep an eye on Apache. E-Man's in 8th and he drops back a little bit further as well. So I think E-Man just clipped the wall behind there, and that's allowed Rick to just dive through into the dipper now. Gets the braking done, holds the line nicely, and there we see the contact ahead from Apache and oh god, the names. Phil. Oh, Rick has a good old barge back at Phil there. I think it was Rick anyway, I could have got that wrong. But so it's all going on this lap. It's all kicking off. Doc, right at the back at the start in 12th place, finds himself in 8th, and we're not even finished the first lap yet. So Doc, the big winner out of that. And CRT, a bit of a loser out of that one. He's gone backwards a little bit, and Apache, the biggest problem there, and just getting collected by Phil, and that yeah, worked out badly for him, so he's pushed all the way back. And then he had a little moment on his own as well, not all for Phil's contact. Britsberger in the pits now, Cutler in the pits, trying to fix the damage early on. Obi-Wan up into second, nice and early on the second lap now as the guys in front pit. So contact on the walls and between obviously drivers, not the easiest track to overtake around Bathurst, Mount Panorama. So yeah, at the moment a bit of damage coming in, more from touching the walls and having a bit of an incident rather than contact, but a little bit of contact here and there. Been an interesting first lap, let's put it that way. So Carrington leads the way, and he's actually got a really healthy lead there as well. Let's have a quick look at the times. Yeah, he's set 3 seconds faster on that first lap. than Obi-Wan behind, so that's understandable. Obi-Wan's been in traffic and made his way through, but at the same time Carrington's got a great lead all of a sudden. So let's see if we can Obi-Wan can close that down slowly but surely. He's shown it through the last 3 weeks before this race that Obi-Wan's more than capable of coming back through the field. He's pretty much done it every single race in one way or another. One way, some races with strategy and some races with just pure speed. Britzberger in third. Quickly go through the order now. It's we're on to the second lap. Sorted itself out a little bit. Phil with a big winner here as well, with the two Nissan GTRs side by side, or not side by side, but running together. How many mistakes can you make in one video? Doc Coop in 5th, so he started in 12th, up into 5th on lap 2. That is impressive stuff. I've got to say, I think it's more down to other people's mistakes and pit stops and damage to be able to give full credit to Coop just doing the overtakes, but still doing a good job to get himself from last to 5th. So Rick in 6th, Jamming in 7th, Jamming just coming through the chase now towards the end of the lap. Oh, heavy on the brakes, a little squirm, didn't actually open up the corner as much as he could have done. But Cutler down into 8th now. He's had a pit stop early on. Oh, E-Man cutting the grass there. One of our younger drivers, E-Man, 15 years old, but still perfectly competent, but having a little moment on the grass there. Nothing to worry about, no major big deal. Apache in the pits now from 10th, and Scrabber in the pits as well from 11th. So we'll jump on board with Carrington, I think, as we head through the third corner, the third real corner on this track, the cutting, and then we're heading up the mountain now, steep section, trying to hook that inside apex as much as possible, foot down as much as you can over this hill, so you will go right over to the right hand side, flick it back into the left, run as close as you dare to the wall, flick it in nice and early, hit the apex. Not that he's done that, but you can forgive him, he's in race here, he's not in qualifying lap. So you take it nice and steady in the race, especially if you're in the lead, gaining a gap. You don't want to push too hard, so it's understandable. But yeah, missed the apex a little bit there, Carrington. Good through the dipper though, nice and steady, nice and tidy. You just want to make sure you got your braking right down there. And here, this is where it can go so wrong so quickly. The downhill braking into the Forest Elbow corner there, the hairpin left, is really tricky to get right. You brake 1 split second too late and you've messed it up. I was going to say another word then, but you've messed it up. So yeah, it's I don't know why, but that corner in particular on this game anyway, you've got to be absolutely perfect on the brakes to get through it perfectly, and it's really not easy to do. It's one of the trickier corners throughout racing. It's the downhill braking that does it, and you're coming over the crest as you start lining up the braking point for it, and yeah, it's just tricky, really hard. So Carrington showing us how to do it there, but Obi-Wan not far behind, chasing him down in the Mercedes SLS. Another Mercedes in third place, Britzberger. Let's check on what else is going on through the field. Not a lot of action, close at the moment. Jamming and E-Man pretty close together, saying that, the two Mazda teammates. Jamming with the Mazda Pride at the moment, the team bragging rights. In 8th from E-Man's 9th. See what's going on with Apache. Apache dropping back, so Apache did quite well in qualifying, but he's had a bit of a mare and needs to make a bit of a comeback race of this now. It's a 40-minute race, so there is a possibility to actually come back into this and maybe have a bit of a comeback race, but you've just got to keep your head down, keep it consistent, and keep those fast laps coming in, and hope that there's a few mistakes in front that play to your favour. So side by side, more or less, decided to back out of it, and wisely so, dare say, into the third corner. Not the easiest corner to get an overtake done through, purely because it's not a... Oh no, I hate to see it. E-Man just losing it on the exit. A little bit of oversteer, tried to correct it, went one way, went the other, and then finally spun it into the wall. So bad to see, but he gets it going again. He's picked up all sorts of damage now though, so that's kind of ruined his race, and it was down to the smallest of little moments on the curb there. So that's what can happen. You've really got to be on your game when you're racing well. All these little moments you've got to avoid. Look at this, Tanso looks feisty to get past Jamming. Right on his tail all of a sudden. Look at that, Tanso over. Oh my word, that is That is ballsy stuff there. Tanso down the inside over the skyline, and then drops it in front of him to take the dipper nicely, and Tanso just claims 8th place. Makes it look easy at Bathurst here on jamming in the Mazda there. So let's jump back up towards our leaders and see what's going on. We've still got Carrington in first place with Obi-Wan chasing him down in second. Let's have a look at the lap times between them. Not a lot between them at the moment. Obi-Wan overall has done more consistent fast laps, whereas Carrington's dropped a little lap in the middle there with a 2:05, so going a little bit slower. So slowly is getting caught by Obi-Wan here. We'll keep an eye on that. Britsberger just having a bit of a race on his own in third. Phil on his own now in fourth. He's the last surviving GTR. I'm not sure where the other one's got to with Tanso. Oh no, it's not Tanso, sorry. Who is it? Apache, Doc, sorry. God, I'm terrible. Doc in the pits, that's why. Is that a little, I just turned away for a split second. Is that a little rub on the wall I heard? It was. It's so easy to do. If you get the braking a little bit wrong into there, you get the angle wrong as you start braking. I've done it so many times myself. You can completely ruin a race into that corner so easily. And it's not the corner, it's the braking zone. It's exactly what Phil has done there. Like I say, it's quite an easy mistake to make, even though it looks a bit sloppy, if I dare say. I don't mean that against Phil. It's just one of those moves that looks like, did he even try and get that right? Because it just looks a bit sloppy, but trust me, it's easy to do. Oh, messing it up a little bit through the dipper there, but gets away with it. Got damage though, so it's not all... Oh, Obi-Wan, what's happened here? He's picked up engine damage. Is that coming through the dipper? Where's he got that from? He's already picked it up there. Let's go back. So he's not got it at this point, so let's keep an eye on Obi-Wan now, because he gets some serious damage in a second from somewhere. I bet it's the same point. Look, I bet it's here. Oh no, he does manage to get it stopped. So it must be the dipper really, unless he clips the inside wall through here or something. Oh, just gets it 2 wheels on the grass. Oh, and just ploughs it into the wall. Just couldn't do anything about it. As soon as his wheels were on the grass, turns left, but obviously he's got no grip, so it just does not move. Let's watch Britsberger as he comes through then. It's a big moment there for Obi-Wan in second place, and it didn't even look like much of a hit. I'm surprised he's picked up that much damage from what looked like a bit of an innocent mistake that he should have possibly got away with, really. But on Gran Turismo, he's picked up massive damage and he's got engine damage, so he needs to run it the rest of the lap and get into the pits quickly. Britsberger getting promoted by his teammate as well, so he won't have been happy to see that. But at the same time, he kind of will have been, maybe a little bit. So Phil in fourth, he doesn't know what's going on in front. He might catch Obi-Wan by the end of the lap. He'll certainly pass him when he's in the pits, but Phil does have a little bit of damage, so he might be tempted to pit himself. Rick, meanwhile, is in fifth now with Cutler right behind him. Good battle going on. Coming through Forest Elbow on lap 4 now. Sorry, lap 5. Look at this now, though. It's good stuff. Cutler side by side through the chase. The fastest corner in Australian motorsport, as it's always said on something I used to watch. That fast right-hand kink is the apparently the fastest corner in Australian motorsport. I love a bad seeing like that. Okay, this little tiny moment there, and it's cost him. He's still got the inside though as Apache. No, keep getting mixed up. Rick, sorry. He's livery. The McLaren just holding on to the top end pace over the Oh, saying that, take my words back. Cutler does get it side by side, but Rick just driving quite well and aggressively as well, just cutting across the nose of Cutler really and not giving him much chance into the inside, hugging the apex and cutting that line off completely. A good aggressive racing from Rick, but that can see an incident here and there, that kind of driving. If basically if Cutler had been a little bit further up side by side with him, then they'd have just wiped him out. But I guess at the time these guys know what they're doing, so Rick felt like he could pull that move off, and he did manage it, so fair play. For the remainder of the lap, Rick's just pulled a nice, not a big gap, but a little car or two's length gap. Oh, it all closes up then, coming out of the dipper though. Looks like the NSX is strong through that section. Oh, just clipping the wall. Cutler on the exit there in 6th place. Slowing him down all the way down the Conrad straight now. Carrington in the pits from the lead. So Britsberger carries on, heads into his 7th lap. Oh, really, excuse me. Sorry about that. Heads into his 7th lap, does Britsberger, and he's now got 1st place as Carrington's pitted on the super soft all round, fresh as a daisy, so good to go on his outlap. Obi-Wan in 3rd, he's picked up damage again. So Obi-Wan pitted earlier because he had the engine damage, but he's picked up more damage. Unless he didn't repair it all, I could have that wrong. So Phil's going to need a pit stop soon. Look at these tyres compared to everyone else now. Everyone's on fresh tyres apart from Britsberger, but Phil's are looking a bit worse for wear compared to everyone else's. Guys behind are looking pretty fresh with the tyres, just flicking through. Looks like the battle between Rick and Cutler's finished now, and Cutler finds himself in 5th and Rick in 6th after all that. Tanso in 7th, Apache in 8th, so he's having a bit of a comeback race. His Apache found himself right at the back after a bit of an incident that was not his fault early on. Jamming coming into the pits from 9th, Doc in the pits, or coming out of the pits, sorry, into 9th now, so it's 9th place. E-Man in 10th, coming into Hell for the 7th time. Scrabbo in 11th and Jamming in 12th at the moment in the pits. So let's see what Britsberger can do on this lap with the tyre wear. Carrington going to manage the undercut coming in that lap earlier, and well, let's see. We've got a lap or two to watch, but we'll find out in a minute. So Britsberger is in the pits this lap round. Carrington coming into Hill Corner, starting his 8th lap. And where's Britsberger? Just coming out of the pits behind him. Ho, ho, ho. There's not much in it, but Carrington's managed to keep 1st place. But the problem with that is that Britsberger is now a lot closer than he was, and he's just about sat in the slipstream by the look of it. So he will have the advantage getting turned round, and especially up the hill here as well, probably. The slipstream does pay dividends on this track, and especially down Conrad Straight, the last straight of the track. It's such a long straight. You get up to top speed on there, and then the corner at the end as well isn't particularly slow, so you really have a good opportunity to overtake down Conrad if you've got the slipstream. Let's see if Britsberger can do this. Just stick with him for the remainder of this lap, see what happens down Conrad. I don't think he's close enough, but looking at it by, or judging it by the point now, unless Carrington has a bit of an issue down here, coming through the dipper. Nope, looks like he's done it clean. So does he get into Forest Elbow nice and cleanly? Yep, hugging the wall as well. Really nicely done there in the Jaguar from Carrington. Britsberger chases him down, but I think he's too far back, so I can't see Britsberger getting the overtake done by the end here. and the slipstream is minimal because he's not right on his bumper now. So Britsberger really needed to push that lap and keep right on the back of Carrington to try and get it back straight away whilst he's on the fresh tyre. But he'll have to wait another lap or two. Obi-Wan in third. Let's have a quick look, see what action's going on between these guys. Is anyone close? Not really close to each other at the moment. These guys, Apache and Rick behind him, are pretty close teammates now. Well, they've always been teammates. You know what I mean. Heavy on the brakes. I love this part of the track. One of my best ever overtakes, not that this video should be about me, but I'll mention it anyway because I'm the one doing commentating. One of my best ever overtakes was into there, over the skyline, down the inside, so over the skyline, got to the right hand side, hugged the barrier, and then tucked it in for the right hander before chucking it into the dipper for the left. Oh, I think I only took one guy, I think. I don't think it was like a legendary 2-car overtake or anything like that, but I definitely took one guy down there. It might have been 2, can't remember now. But it's probably one of my best overtakes ever, just for the amount of space that I had to get it done, and I did it clean as well. The thing that made me really happy about it was thinking about the guy's reaction after I'd done it. He must have thought, how the hell has he just done that? Where the hell has he just come from? Anyway, enough about me. Stop waffling on. Obi-Wan has still got the damage. He's not worried about it at the moment. Look at this now. Britsberger's a little bit closer this lap round. Let's go for it. I'm going to skip through and watch a couple of the guys a little bit further back in a minute or two as well, because we do tend to cover the same guys if they're up front week on week, and the guys towards the back never seem to get as much coverage, so it's only fair that we show what they're up to as well. They might not be quite in the dizzy heights of the podium positions. Look at this, Carrington going wide, deep. Oh, what's, oh, no, what the hell? So Carrington just picked up, whoa, this is a big moment. Jesus Christ, this was a good race I missed. Not for good reasons though, but a good entertaining race. Right, so we'll go right back to Carrington here, just gets late on the brakes. Outbrakes himself. I'm going to pause it for a second. Bear with me. So let's find out who's up in front of Carrington at the moment. It's one of the Mazdas, so it's E-Man. E-Man's completely got it wrong. Let's see what happened with E-Man. Let's go back. So E-Man, the same thing. Oh, way too late. You can't brake at the 100 mark and get it stopped. Well, I don't know, because I've never driven the Mazda, but I assume that was a little bit ambitious. It's about roughly about the 150 you want to be braking into that corner. So E-Man's got it all messed up, got it all wrong. Cutler comes through by the look of it. I think that was Cutler. No, it probably wasn't. And then, whilst E-Man's turning round, this is the leaders coming through. So let's go back to these guys. Nearly went back to the beginning there. So let's have a watch of Carrington. So Carrington goes deep, we know that. Well, let's watch from Britsberger's point of view again. Now let's watch from Carrington's point of view. So Carrington goes deep. This is an interesting one. So we see ahead there, already going through the corner, and currently trying to sort himself out is E-Man around this next corner. So they're just going deep, running the curb a little bit too much and getting the line wrong. Coming back on nice and safely, keeping to the right hand side to make sure that he didn't hit Britsberger. It looked like he was plenty aware of what was going on, so good work there from Carrington coming back on and rejoining safely. But then all of a sudden, E-Man, just trying to sort himself out after that big incident, just collects Britsberger, just not knowing what's going on. So let's just watch that one more time from Britsberger's point of view. So comes round, does a good job, has to stick to the left hand side to avoid, and it's the fact that E-Man starts moving. So E-Man probably won't have been aware. He couldn't look backwards because he was facing the wrong way to see the track, so he probably wasn't aware whatsoever that Britsberger was coming through there, and just one of those unfortunate timings really. But that has changed it up a little bit. I was going to say messed it up a little bit, but it's Messed it up at Britsberger, but it's changed it up a little bit this race now, so Obi-Wan now takes the lead. Can't jump to him for some reason, but he's in the lead. There we are. So Obi-Wan comes through. Let's see what kind of a gap he has as well. Carrington just coming out now. And then Britsberger's got some damage to repair, so he's in there for a lot longer. Britsberger just coming out of the pits now, so Obi-Wan's in a strong position now. He's got a good healthy lead. Halfway through, or thereabouts, coming up to the halfway point in this race. Cutler in the pits. Anything can happen in this race, it really can. It's already gone to show. That's what Bathurst gives you. The fact that it's like a mental moniker, I always think. It's really close with the walls, you can get it, it's so fast as well, you take a lot of it flat out. Through hell for the 10th time now for Phil. Let's have a look at Tanso, see what he's up to in the Jaguar. Tanso doing a good job. No, we'll call it a good job instead, most people know what that means. 6th for Tanso at the moment. Looks good, that Jag, I like it. I like that Jaguar as well, it's a really good car to drive, I really enjoy driving it, it's good. Not a massive fan of GTR though, the Doc Coupe he's driving. See how he goes through here. Good stuff. Rick in 8th at the moment in the McLaren. Not a lot of action going on for these guys, so they're just driving around on their own at the moment, trying to put the fast laps in and trying to catch the guys in front really. Hope that there's some kind of big incident that they can make more time up from. Grabber crosses the line, start his 10th lap now. In 10th. We've got jamming in 9th. Jamming in 11th. My God. Count the mistakes in this one, someone please, and then write it in the messages. Please. I can't bear to do it myself. Jamming in 11th. And E-Man finds himself in 12th after what we saw going on earlier. Dives in the pits this time though. And he'll be sorting that damage out, no doubt. Oh, jamming going wide. These Mazdas, not the best at keeping on the track at the moment. Oh, Apache cruising through there. That'll look nice and steady. Rick just coming through for his elbow. Let's look for the action, see where it is. Oh, Doc getting it a little bit loose at the rear end, bit of oversteer. Caught it quickly though, sorted it out. Looks like it's moving around quite a lot under him, that GTR. Maybe it's a little bit of lag or something, I'm not sure, but like it was dancing around a little bit on the brakes. So skipping back through nice and slowly, giving everyone a little bit of a look. Just trying to look for that. Oh, hello Phil. Drifting his way out of the cutting there. One of the tricky corners on the track. Once you get it right though, once you start getting the line into the right, yeah, I really like that corner actually. It's a weird track, is Bathurst. You like the weird corners and the slow hard ones. That's the challenge of it. So Cutler's done well, back up into 4th, and I believe, if I remember right, that's where he qualified, so bit of an up and down race. We got into 3rd right at the beginning, nearly got into 2nd on the start. Really good start. Didn't quite get the run on Britsberger though, so he did end up in 3rd into Hell Corner on that one. And he had a really good exit on Obi-Wan in 4th behind him. But unfortunately Obi-Wan's taken advantage of him for the time being, and he's currently in the pits though, saying that, in 3rd position. Chosen the super softs this time, and why not? Soft tyres, not a bad tyre around Bathurst to be fair. So Cutler coming up to a back marker in front, let's see how he deals with this. Blue flag's being waved for the back marker, should be no problem now they're on the straight. slipstreaming till the last second and then pulling out, getting as much advantage off the back marker as possible there, Cutler. And of course, why not? Is the back marker going to let him through? It's either E-Man or terrible with names, forgotten already. E-Man or Jamin, sorry. Looks like Phil's pushing it here on the soft tyre. He's dancing around that rear end a little bit. Good to see. Oh, puts it into the wall. It's not the best way to go around that corner, believe it or not, but gets away with it this time, no damage. I want to watch this NSX a little bit. Let's keep an eye on this NSX for a lap of Cutler. He seems to drive it really quite well, and I've driven the NSX quite a bit, and it's not the easiest car. It's not hard to drive. No car in Gran Turismo is hard to drive, but to get the maximum performance out of it, it's hard to drive, if that makes sense. To really push it and push it over the curbs and really be on the limit, it's quite difficult in the NSX, I think, anyway, personally. I think I might look at this kind of thing really simply, and obviously you can look at it as you can have your own opinion and put as much detail into it as you like, but I think in Gran Turismo really simply, and I think of literally cars that can take curbs and cars that can't. Some cars are absolutely terrible at taking curbs on this game, and it's absolutely essential on this game to get your fast laps by cutting most of the curbs. So, and as in most games as well, but some games are a lot stricter and you can't do it as much. But on this game you can get away with massive cuts on some of the corners, so you kind of need a car that can ride the curbs. That's one of the first things I look for. Someone that's fast and they can actually take the curbs. You don't want to be unsettling the car and catching a slide every time you hit a curb, because it's just going to ruin your race every now and then. Let's check in with Britsberger. He's not far ahead of Carrington. Getting back to the actual race and stop waffling on. Coming into Forest Elba for the 13th time of asking. Quite early on the brakes there, but gets it nice and hooked up at the apex. Back on the power nice and early. It's quite an easy corner to get wrong, is that last corner. It's probably one of the harder corners on the track, believe it or not, in my opinion. Again, downhill braking, always tricky. Because if you're trying to trail brake, you lift off a little bit too early and you're carrying too much speed in all of a sudden because it's downhill. Not the most confident of driving, I must say. So Britsberger easing off a little bit, I dare say, at this point. Carrington might be sniffing this, and if Carrington's feeling fruity at the moment, slightly worn tyres have got to compensate for as well, so that's not without its own challenges, but at the same time Carrington might be seeing what's going on in front and thinking I can push and catch. Obi-Wan a little bit further back, not too far away, but a little bit out of the race. Still in third and taking that podium position at the moment. Cutler just dropping down the same hill, watching everyone come down the dipper there. It's good stuff from Cutler, sorry. Phil just coming up the hills quite a way before he gets to the dipper. Oh, just skipping back to Cutler, just loses it a little bit on the exit of Forest Elbow. Manages to avoid the barriers though, crucially, not picking up any damage. Gets it underway again and off he goes. No major deal there, just a bit of time loss. 1.6 down on his fastest lap, so at the moment not his best lap after that little mistake. Oh, just running a little bit deep into there, so easy to do. The apex of that corner is kind of hard to hit, and it washes you out wide as well at the same time, so all the mistakes we're seeing here, I've made it all too many times myself. For Cutler in the pits. Obi-Wan into third. Sorry, was already in third. What am I on about? Phil on his outlap now. Where's Phil? Can he get through as Cutler's in the pits? I'm not sure he can. Coming down to the last corner now, so Cutler's already out. Cutler's nice and clear. Got a good gap behind him to Phil. Nothing to worry about. So GTR's running together tonight in 5th and 6th. Ooh, excuse me again. Phil in the dock. Quick look on everyone else again. Yeah, it's not been the most exciting race, I must be honest, for overtakes, but Bathurst rarely is. It's not the easiest. Can make for some good racing though. You have some really close racing around here, but it is always tricky to get those moves done. Oh, E-Man just getting miles out of the way because he's getting blue flag there. So just making sure he don't get caught out as a back marker. Just ploughs himself off track. Look at this now, Doc and Tanso. Not much distance between these two. Let's see what happens. So Doc's just come out of the pits and Tanso's just come round, so Tanso will be aware that Doc's now behind him and on fresh tyres. Tanso not long out of the pits either, so he's on fresh tyres at the moment as well. Looks like the one lap hold in my judgment. Is the dog catching? Not massively, no, not really. Not on that last lap anyway. Not from the pace of it. Well, Cutler back into 4th. Obi-Wan back into 3rd. Everyone finding the place again. Carrington looking for 1st place still, really. That's the main battle. He's dropped off a little way. Oh, getting a right wiggle on as he comes down the hill there. On the exit of Forest Elbow now. Down the straight. Good old Conrad. The fastest corner in Australian motorsport. Best corner in Australian motorsport. That was terrible. Ooh, losing the rear a little bit. Caught it nicely though. Using the Jaguar to its advantage. The rear end is a little bit loose, but looks like Carrington's using that to his advantage in a way. It certainly was through that last corner. Oh, Obi-Wan's not far behind either, really, coming through hell at the moment. One of the guys behind just coming out of the pits in the McLaren. Oh, nearly running into the wall. Kept it out of the wall nicely. So what's going on between Tanso and Coop here? Oh, Tanso with a very narrow line into there, so he's defending. Oh, but then it looked like Coop just caught the wall on the exit. Let's check. I'm not sure if he did or not. Yeah, just so much understeer. Just went in a little bit hot. Didn't actually catch the wall. We just had to slow it right down to avoid the wall. Because he had that much understeer going on. So Doc losing out a little bit to Tanso there. Cutler in the pits. Cutler back out of the pits. It's all good. No problems there again. No gap to worry about for Cutler. Giving us quite a good race, these two at the moment now. Oh, Rick just getting out of the way, getting blue flags as the leaders come through. Carrington and Britsberger. Patchy in 9th. Scrabbo in 10th. Scrabbo's not doing too badly, made a few places up. Jamming in 11th. And E-Man finally in 12th. Unfortunately. That's the way it's gone. He had that massive incident where he got caught up with Britsberger, so that certainly didn't help him out. So Britsberger, there's only 3 minutes to go. Can he hold on to the lead? I'm sure he'll do a good job of it. Or at least try. These are the main corners to get right. Do not make the mistakes through here and you're alright. Even if you lose a little bit of time at this point in the race, if you've got a gap behind you, don't worry about it too much. The issue is for Britsberger, the tyres, and he's going to get another 2 laps in, and he might be a bit low on fuel with another 2 laps. Let's see what Carrington's saying. Same situation with Carrington. He's got more fuel though. That's the saving grace for Carrington at the moment, but his tyres aren't much better, if any better at all. Not coming in this time round as well. They're going to the end here. They're just dealing with the tyre wear. But yeah, Britsberger might have to start worrying about his fuel in a minute. Well, they've just come over the line at like roughly 38. I think they'll get another lap in. But if they don't, Britsberger's fine with fuel. Let's see if they get another lap in. There'll be one with damage again to the other side this time, unless I'm mistaken. Sure, it was from right before. Cutler with damage as well. Where's all this come from? What's happened here? Oh, there we go. Let's see what's happened to Cutler in 4th. Coming down the hill over Skyline. Just dropping down to get the braking done, ready for dipper. Oh, just got it caught on the astroturf or on the grass, I'm not sure what it is. But just lost the rear, instant spin as well, no way catching that. That was too quick to do anything about, and especially with how narrow it is down there. So Cutler suffering a little bit, luckily does not pick up engine damage. That's the main saving grace for Cutler there. With that incident, it actually it's ruined every other part of his car more or less, but not actually damaged his engine, which is a biggie. That is the one where you've definitely got to pit. As Phil might have to hear what's happened here, so let's go back and watch Phil. No, Phil's already got it here, so he hasn't got engine damage here. Right, let's watch from here. So Phil coming up the hill at the moment, just about to start dropping down. Oh, just ploughs it into the wall, quite frankly. There's nothing else to say about that. I'm trying to get past the back marker by the look of it, but yeah, just went for it a little bit too aggressively. No way I was getting that stop once I got the line wrong, and straight into the wall. So picked up massive damage there. That might play into the hands of Doc. It probably will play into the hands of Doc. Where is Phil? Right, Phil's about to come down Conrad Straight, coming through Forest Elbow as we speak. And Doc is a couple of corners behind basically, but there's nothing wrong with his car. So he's coming through Forest Elbow now, with Tanso right behind him. So Doc's got the job done on Tanso. Let's have a skip back and watch that as well if we can. Getting too far back. Here we go. So Tanso's still in 6th at this point, going back a minute or so. Oh, losing the rear end into the cutting there. Just caught the wall on the exit as well, and that was enough to lose him the momentum and the pace to just play into Doc's hands behind and drive straight through in the GTR. So mistake late on from Tanso, more than a great move from Doc, but Doc will take that all day long. Oh, bit of a lock up and a bit of a moment into there as well. Tanso just got it stopped without smashing into the wall. So it's been an interesting race. One a story of damage really, and avoiding contact on the walls. A little scrape again there from Tanso, but pushing hard to stick with Doc now he's got past. He's not quite, I think he's pushing too hard. So here we go, I'm going to get past Phil. Oh, who's that? That's a back marker actually behind Phil. Cutler coming into the pits with literally 45 seconds to go. So I'm not sure about that one. And there we see Phil doing the same thing. So I know he's got engine damage, but I suppose he's got one more lap to go. So where are we? Are they going to make it? I'm not sure. But interesting race going on behind. Not all about the guys at the top. Oh, Obi-Wan stuck behind the back marker coming through Forest Elbow. Oh, gets the line wrong a little bit as well. Runs into the wall. Not too bad, but not great either. Got the slipstream from the back marker now. Back marker tried to get out of the way, but because of a mistake from Obi-Wan, I don't think he really had the momentum that the back marker was expecting him to have. And there we go. Gets it done in the end in the Mercedes versus McLaren. Obviously not fair race really as the back marker, so we'll go back a little bit because I didn't realise it was going to be the last lap. So Britzberger brings it home in first. Good race in the end. He's done well as Britzberger. Missed round 1 and maybe round 2, no, just round 1 I think it was, but he's done well since he's been in it and come back. And there we go, win for Britzberger, well done, congratulations, good driving. Carrington in second, good driving for Carrington as well. Could have maybe had the win if he'd have had the I don't know, a bit more, I don't know if it was strategy or pace really. So, but yeah, good driving from Carrington nonetheless. Obi-Wan finishes out our podium for third, and then we have Cutler. That was a back marker coming over the line to finish. That was Rick. Apache's finished already as well. Scrabbo will be finishing in 9th, Jamming in 10th, and E-Man in 11th. But we'll jump back up to Cutler, that is about to come down the Conrad Straight for the last time. If you enjoyed this, by the way, feel free to hit that like button, helps me out massively. Thank you very much. Keep it brief. Subscribe if you haven't and you feel like doing so. So Cutler rounding out this one where he started in 4th. He managed to get himself into 3rd again right at the start, but good solid finish in the end in 4th. Little way off the guys behind, but it's the result that counts. So Dog finishing in 5th, not bad at all from Doc Clare, and Tanso in 6th. So good finish from those two too. Yeah, all quite good in the end. So again, I'll repeat, 7th is Rick, Apache is in 8th, Scrabbo's finished in 9th, Jamming in 10th, and E-Man in 11th. I'm not sure who dropped out there. There was 12, or there should have been 12 in there. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. That's pretty much it from me. I'm really bad at this, and I've only just actually thought about it, but I don't have the points in front of me, so I'll put it as a little description. I'll put it in the description for this video afterwards, after I've looked, and I'll let you know who's won the championship. Anyway, bye for now. Thanks for watching. Take care, and yeah, see you again soon, hopefully.